Welcome to Greenable Woodbridge. I am your host, Carolyn Ehrlich. Today we have a great show. As many of you know, we now have a monthly pillar of sustainability, and this month's pillar is health and wellness. But we're adding a little something to another pillar to this one. We're using the buy local, because we have in downtown Woodbridge two ladies with businesses here who have come together to grow the downtown together, grow their businesses, and also to help all of us to be more healthy and promote wellness. So first we have Sharon McAuliffe from Knot Just Bagels, or as the mayor likes to call you, K-Knot. And we have Anne-Marie Mayulo from Max Fitness, which is a brand new business in town, actually.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what makes your program unique.
Hi, first of all, thanks for having me, Carolyn. What makes the Max unique is that we combine fitness with nutritional counseling, along with motivation and support. And when you put all of that together, you get outstanding results. We combine fitness classes for 45 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, to your personal best, meaning it doesn't matter what your fitness level is. If you think you can't do something, we provide modifications. We add in a nutrition component, which is not boxed foods, it's not something liquid, it's nothing like that. We ask you to go to the supermarket, buy cleaner foods, make better choices, and we give you an outline for that in a 10-week format so that you can make very good, lasting results to your health, your wellness, and your overall appearance. And that's what we do.
That's great. And Sharon, I mean, you've had this bagel business across the street from Town Hall. I think you know every single employee here and the rest of the town for ages. Just tell us a little bit about your business, and then we'll talk about how you ladies came together.
So we've had Knot Just Bagels now for 13 years, and we provide a breakfast, lunch. We provide catering for corporate functions or just personal functions that we have, and I pretty much serve the menu to the mayor every single day, and to a lot of the people come in, and we have a large variety of food. And what we've done is we've got together with the Max to try to be able to provide healthier food options, so it's more convenient for people who want to go to the classes at 5 o'clock in the morning. Since we open at 5 o'clock every day, we're there, so when they're done with their class at 5:45, they can come right over, pick up their food, and then go home, shower, get ready, and go to work, so it's convenient for them.
This is such a great story. So how did the two of you get together?
Well, we have to blame Cassie.
Cassie and Nancy Drum.
Nancy Drum.
Nancy Drum is in the middle of everything in Woodbridge. That's great.
Who started with me from day one, who just absolutely loves taking it to the max, I had to say that. And Cassie Duggan, who Nancy just fell in love with, who's my location manager. And she and Sharon, they got them together and started talking about putting a menu together. And I think you and Cassie, put your heads together and really came up with a fantastic menu. That's what we call Max compliant, which makes it where you have, a certain amount of foods, a certain amount of, let's say, carbs or fats or proteins, because whatever we eat every day should really be proportionate. Just like you would fuel your car, you want cleaner food to fuel yourself. So what we do is we make it so that you could fuel your body throughout the day, and Sharon's also provided with how many carbs or proteins or fats, which are all good fats and good proteins and good carbs in her menu. So, and that's how we all got together.
So you're talking about cleaner food, which is really, to me, it's a new expression. I just heard it for the first time from my daughter, who was on this kind of a clean diet, and she said, "Ma, I'll forward to you what it is," but of course she never did. So what is clean food?
Well, I guess I can go back to how I discovered it. Clean food. Basically, clean food means that it's not coming in a box. It doesn't have preservatives. To me, if it has more than 4 or 5 ingredients that you cannot pronounce, don't touch it, don't eat it. If it has an amazing amount of yearly sustainability, where it can stay on a shelf or anything, don't have it. Stick more with your vegetables, your fruits, your better carbs, your sweet potatoes, your higher fiber, better quality foods, brown rices, avocados, extra virgin olive oil, and we also provide, we put that all together and we give you hundreds, literally hundreds of recipes to be able to incorporate maybe what you do now in your daily life and make it simpler. Go back to the simple part, but always use tasty stuff.
Wow.
We don't believe in bland, by the way. Bland does not work for us.
No.
Spice it up. And Sharon has the same thing. Everything she offers, it's got spice in it. We believe it's spice.
So this is a whole new approach for you in the restaurant. So
Yes.
tell how did you go about bringing this in as a part of your business?
What we did is Cassie and I got together. There's a Max book. It's
Yes.
a recipe book.
Really?
So we went
I'm
through
gonna buy
there
one.
and started to look at everything and figured out, well, let's just try this at first. Let's try this at first. And what we developed was 6 different breakfasts and 6 different lunch or dinner options that you could have that would incorporate what your requirements are. Each day you're required to eat 7 cups of vegetables, certain amount of fat. During the 10-week program, it kind of, Anne-Marie could expand on this, but during the first couple weeks you can eat a certain amount of things, then during the next couple weeks you can eat a certain amount of things. So what we've done is we've tried to take our menu so that each week of that program, the people can have something on that program.
yes.
Some weeks you
Interesting.
can't have fat, some weeks you can't have carbs, and what the menu has done, it's worked to that. So Cassie and I kind of picked a couple things, and we actually talked once the new place had opened up on Main Street,
Gonna expand
we're
it.
going to expand our menu so that people can come, because now there'll be classes at 4 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They can call before they go to their class, since we close at 3 o'clock, and it'll be ready to go. So when they get there, I can even bring it over to them at the 4 o'clock class
man.
for them.
And
That's
it
terrific,
works. It's
especially if you
so
sign up for the class.
Exactly. It'll be perfect. So
that is great. So what are some of the menus that the items on the menu?
One of our most popular lunch items is we have a turkey taco salad.
That's my favorite.
So it has 4 cups of lettuce in it, and then it has ground turkey seasoned with all kinds of spices, and you can get a fat in it, which would either be 6 olives or avocado, and tomatoes, and then you can add whatever kind of vegetables that you want that we have in the store. We have peppers, onions, mushrooms. So whatever, some people come in and want different things, so you may get a taco salad, but it may not look like Anne Marie's because you may not like the vegetables that she likes.
Right.
So we kind of customize it to whatever the customer would like. Same thing in the morning when you can come in and get your vegetable omelet. We can get jalapenos, you can get peppers, you can get mushrooms, you can get spinach, whatever you want in there. You come in and you tell us what you want. We hook you up with that. We have turkey sausage, we have turkey bacon, and we don't use any oils on the grill. When the customer comes in, they come in and they say, I'd like to have a Max compliant breakfast. My people on the grill know that means that we scrape the grill clean, we clean it off, and we don't put any oils on it, so we cook everything clean for
That
them.
is great.
That's
So even if
wonderful.
I order a scrambled egg and I say I wanted Ezekiel compliant, I mean Matt fit
Right.
Max.
Max
I'm thinking of the bread.
Yes.
Matt compliant, you won't use the oil.
Exactly.
That is great.
One of our most popular breakfasts is we have Ezekiel French toast,
That's my
which
favorite.
is
She goes. She just named my favorite breakfast and my favorite lunch.
cinnamon raisin Ezekiel bread with egg whites, and we cook it on the grill, and it comes out perfect. You don't need any kind of syrup or anything because the Ezekiel cinnamon raisin bread is flavorful, and we serve it with either strawberries or bananas or blueberries. And now as the season changes, we're going to probably modify the fruit that we go with that because you won't be able to get strawberries in December.
Right.
So we'll have to modify that up, and we'll change it up for the customer. So.
And what is Ezekiel bread?
Ezekiel bread. Well, what I found out it's definitely a bread that has it's a sprouted grain bread that doesn't really have any kind of preservatives whatsoever. It isn't. My son's girlfriend has celiacs. It is considered to have gluten in it per se, but it is so naturally clean from the sprouted grain bread, and the way they put it together, I guess, to make it into a bread, it has no preservatives in it, and you find it in the freezer section.
Is that where it is?
Yes, people
You have
can't
to keep it
find
frozen.
it. It has to be frozen, and I learned when I first joined Max.
You have to defrost it or put it in the toaster?
What I do is I leave it out, or I put it. I have my toaster actually has a defrost section on it.
Fancy.
It takes like 20 seconds and to defrost, and then I'll toast it. I happen to like mine toasted, but it has no preservatives, and I learned that because when I first bought it, I found it in the freezer. This is over 2 years ago when I first joined Max as a member, and I put it on my counter, and in less than a day, it was green.
Wow.
Well, about a day and a half, it was green, and it's why is my bread turning green? Where bread takes a month.
Right.
Leave it on the counter. So I learned that's what cleaner eating
That's
is
clean
about.
bread.
Yes, it's clean bread.
It's so funny because I never heard of it before I saw it on your menu. And then I'm going away next week with my daughter and her children and her husband and she's talking about what foods because she wants to just make life easier and bring breakfast. And she says, and I'll bring the Ezekiel bread, the muffins, and I'm like, okay, I love you. You know,
I find it more filling than
right.
It's extraordinarily dense because there is no like it's just made so well, and it's so filling and it's so good for you. I just put a little organic peanut butter on it, and sometimes I just get bananas or strawberries. Sometimes I get strawberries that are kind of ripe and just slap it on.
It's really good with peanut butter. You can get apples or strawberries or bananas on it, and then you're getting your carb, you're getting your fat, you're getting your protein, and you're getting your vegetable.
And it fills you up, and it all fills you up,
yeah.
which is good.
So
it's a great way to start your morning.
Right. So I'm a calorie counter. I live by calories, and that's nowhere.
No. We do
Tell
not
me
count,
why.
We do not
What
count calories. What we believe in is in the right portions, the right foods, and the right times. That we should be fueling our bodies 5 times a day, 4 to 5 times a day, a breakfast, a snack, a lunch, a snack, and a dinner. And the way we do it is that by portion size, and has nothing to do with calories. What we do find with our program is the biggest problem is the scale. And I think more women are affected by it negatively by than a man. That would be. And I was definitely one of those people. I never weighed as little as I did, but I actually was larger than when I weighed 10 pounds more because I didn't realize that I had gained so much muscle, but I had gotten so much smaller. What happens is that the calorie is not going to help you. What you do sometimes is put yourself into starvation mode. When you clean your body out, which the first 3 weeks of our program is detoxifying yourself. You're turning to cleaner foods. We're encouraging you to have a lot of water, and that's because you're going to be also working out along with our plan. And you're going to be building muscles, breaking them down, building them up. But now when you're building them back up, you're building them back up with cleaner food. So the scale is not going to change. After the 3rd week, I did feel that my clothes were getting looser. We do suggest, I'm one of those people that tell people break it, throw it out, give it to a friend, because it's going to take a while for your body. The whole idea is for you to become healthier, not skinnier. That's what we're doing. So we're not going to go into starvation mode ever. We're not going to do anything like that. We're not going to count calories. What we're going to do is take somebody, a woman or a man, give them a proportionate side of foods. If something's not working for them, we individually will talk to you about that, whether through our front desk people, whether through our instructors, whether through our manager who's available at all times. Our program doesn't run like a gym at 45 minutes a day. That's your class. We run 24 hours a day. When you want to reach us, Sharon will tell you through Facebook, through email, no matter what it is, and we help you along with that nutrition program. So skinny and calories just isn't what we're all about. Getting healthier and looking really good and feeling even better, that's what we're about.
And it's not just your staff that helps the people. It's the other people in the group, because they all talk to each other. They all put ideas on there. Say, somebody in the 9 o'clock class cooked something and found some great recipe. They post it on the Max Woodbridge group, and then everyone can see it. And then the 7 o'clock class knows, the 8:15 class knows, and they send messages back and forth. So it's a very big sharing network amongst everybody. There's a lot of camaraderie there that helps everyone. So, like, I found myself that I didn't really like going to a gym, because you go there and you're like, what are you going to the gym for? All these people are there, they have big muscles, and these girls are all skinny, and they're like, what are they working out for? When you go there, it's every shape, age, person, but you go there and you go to the class. Most of the time you go to, like, say you go to a club, the teacher is doing the exercises and not watching the individuals do the exercise. These teachers here, they go up there, they show you what exercise you're going to do, and they show you a high impact, a low impact, and a regular impact, and then they walk around and they make sure that you're doing the exercise correctly to not injure yourself. And the person next to you is like, oh, you're doing really good. They give you encouragement. So it's a good feeling about everything. It's a really good environment, and it doesn't matter if you weigh 500 pounds or 2 pounds, because everybody there is treated the same way. It doesn't matter. It's not like, oh, you're going to do better, and it's not a competition if you can lift more weight or something like that. It's everybody works together to get where you are, and they encourage you to do better, to eat right, and share recipes. It's a really good feeling.
And Sharon becoming a member is how she learned that, like she said, so she can really understand how to eat better and what it is that she needs to put on her menu. And
Right.
I found right before I came here, I went over to grab a little something before I came here, and there was Cassidy was there, and somebody was sitting at the tables and wanted the Max menu, but it isn't a Max member. I think they were asking for a healthier
Right. Well, I've been
way of
telling
eating.
everybody, I carry
And
the
there
menu
was
in my...
Sharon's menu.
A lot of
Right.
our customers who are not Max members want to eat off the Max compliant menu.
And it just happened.
When I first saw the menu there, I was so excited because I've been looking for a healthy lunch alternative, and
It's nice
there
to
really
switch it up.
wasn't. There really wasn't one. And even your salads, they are so huge. They would last me a week. They're so good. They're great.
And the
But
bacon is uncured, correct?
right.
You have the uncured turkey
Yes.
bacon? Yes. That's a
So-
big thing, like the uncured,
Yep.
because it's more of a natural based.
And it tastes
type.
great.
It's
I
absolutely
never
fantastic.
had it before. It was delicious. So
Absolutely
anyway, so I took the
fantastic.
menu back to the office, and I said, "Look at this." And I think you probably heard from everybody that day. The buzz was like all over. Everybody was so excited. Now we have to get them to come down the street to you.
Yes.
But they are all into these.
And that's
these
what's been
meals.
happening. People
Yep.
are coming to us, and which in turn will say, "Do you want to get something to eat?" You know, if somebody wants to shake, they go across the street to Yo Delight.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yo Delight, one of the managers there happens to be a resident of Woodbridge.
Uh-huh.
She works in Woodbridge, across the street from our new, expanded, wonderful standalone location at 83 Main Street. And she asked us, said, "Can I get the Max Protein so I can make Max Protein compliant shakes?" Because a lot of our members are looking, kind of like that treat. I'm a big ice cream person. That's my biggest
Downfall?
horrible. There really has to be something for addicts to ice cream, and that's how I find my saving grace is by going there, and they'll offer, unsweetened almond milk with unsweetened cocoa and Max Protein powder, and they'll throw in some organic peanut butter, and then you have this fantastic shake, but you make it like this frosty type of ice cream treat, and many of our members are doing that. So they're having snacks there and treats. They're going down to Sharon, and we've been expanding out and speaking to other restaurants, trying to, spread the word. If you can eat healthy, you
Yes.
can. And exercise, it's okay.
And I love your philosophy that it's not about how you look outside. It's about how healthy you are and
It's
feeling
amazing.
good.
It feels good to feel healthier. It's the way the Max franchise works is we, for the most part, you're interviewed by the franchisors to see whether or not they want you as a franchisee, because you need to be able to believe in the program.
Right.
It's not
course.
like any other franchise. If you've you've been a success story where they considered me a success story, and it's really changed my life. And I was there to support others and coach others and find myself in a better way. And then said, maybe I can take a shot at this. The kids are older. My husband and I, he felt great. We did this with each other, and said, let's take a chance. So it was all about, like I said, I never was a very large person, but I felt that way. I felt very like that couch potato, horrible feeling, and too young to feel this old type of person. And this gave me back my youth. That's how I feel. It's all about what you put in your mouth.
It really is.
It really
comes
is.
down to that.
Yes, it does.
And then exercising.
And then the camaraderie, like Sharon says, is unsurpassed. There is no other place that provides what we do at any time.
Right. And, it's actually that kind of sharing spirit now is throughout the whole downtown.
Yes.
Because, you're just getting everybody involved. And I have an idea. I think that menu that you created, you should try to franchise along with Max.
We have a lot of great. We have
so
a
good.
lot of restaurants that actually different types of ethnic foods, and that are pulling down like. There are some that are like a Knot Just Bagels, not in Woodbridge area, but in other towns with other friends that got the idea because they saw us post it
Oh, see that?
on the Max Secret Group, because we have a Max Fitness Secret Group, which is for members throughout all of Max Nation, which covers New York, New Jersey, going into Pennsylvania, going into Florida, and California. So that's where you get before and after pictures, and you get a motivation, you get recipes, and you get all the ideas, and you get an idea of what's going on. So you see as people post on restaurants. And then we have the Max Secret Group of just the Woodbridge members, where we talk about, let's go out and let's go to Knot Just Bagels and grab a bite tomorrow. You free at whatever time. Let's go take a walk in the park or whatever it is. So this is the camaraderie that we're talking about. It's unsurpassed.
That
it really
is
truly is.
That is a tremendous secret. So what are you seeing as a response of your customers, your clients, as they're discovering, they're sitting there and they hear somebody say, I want a Max breakfast?
Well, it's funny how you said, when you got the menu, a couple other people took the menu back to across the street to Town Hall, and I know that they're not at Max, and I think tons of people are eating it, and they really like the stuff that's on there. Very simple. It's you have they'll come in and say, Sharon, what can I eat today? I need to have 1 fat, 1 protein, 7 cups of vegetables, or whatever I need. And I'll look at the menu and give them a couple of different suggestions. Oh, maybe you could add this, you could do that. Do you like this? Do you like that? Because that was one of the main reasons why I started to go there, because I want to make sure that I know what I'm providing to somebody. Like Anne-Marie said, she believes in the whole program. You have to believe in the program. If you don't believe in the program, how can you offer it to someone if you don't believe in the program?
Right.
So that's mostly someone will come in and they'll have a need, and then I feel like I'm there so that I can help them get through whatever they're looking to get.
And the people that are frightened, because when they hear there's a nutrition program, I think most people, when they find they think of doctors with this expensive, crazy foods that you have to order, and like a lot of other programs, and they're afraid, and that's what a lot of people are fearful to make that first step.
Right.
And I think it's kind of a roundabout way, having Sharon providing the healthier menu, then they're realizing, I'm eating
normal
food,
right?
Tremendous amount, and then they're calling Max and saying, "Now I could do it."
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's working on a way about where it's, I ordered something. We help each other out without even, that was the whole idea. Eventually, hopefully, it'll build up my business, which it did. I went from a shared space, and in under a year, my own standalone space, and it's great to see the people of Woodbridge really taking off with it. But the ones that are fearful, which it's fearful of exercising in front of people. We are so. You walk in the door. There's no judgment, and you have the people afraid of eating what we're going to feed them. I can't eat that. We're eating food, real food, normal everyday food, and Sharon showing them that on a menu is allowing people to come in and speak to us.
It's funny because I know I have a breakfast place, but I never really ate eggs. I don't like eggs. The taste of eggs kind of just give me a little bit of the chills. But with the egg whites, and you put tons of vegetables in them, you don't even really feel like you're eating. To me, I didn't feel like I was eating egg whites, because I would put in 4 cups of spinach. When spinach, someone says 7 cups of vegetables. But if you take 7 cups of spinach and cook 7 cups of spinach down, you could really almost get all your vegetables in one meal.
One meal, exactly.
Because spinach cooks down. You could put 3 egg whites in there, spinach, some turkey bacon, and some other vegetables, and you almost have your 7 cups of vegetables a day. Or I know that Yo Delight has spinach also, so you could throw your spinach into your protein shake, and you have your vegetables done very easily. Kale, you could throw kale into your protein shakes.
If you add a little fruit, it sweetens it up. Some people
and you don't even know you don't even know you're having it. It may look green, but
green shakes.
That's right.
Go.
Unreal.
And green is like a good color. I love green. That's why Knot Just Bagels is green.
It's green. There you go.
I could eat fruit all day long, so I have no problem getting my share of fruit. But vegetables are tough, so it's important that you say there's so many ways that you can kind of almost hide it.
That's exactly
in
what
other
it is.
foods.
Exactly. You have 5 meals a day, and you proportion it out. When you put it in a big container, but then you realize you can saute it down. You can have a salad. I certainly don't have a salad every single day. I'd be bored. I tell you truthfully. I want my chicken sausage with peppers and onions. That's one of my favorite meals, and throwing things on the grill, and marinades are used in very, very, light moderation. But you can have your condiments and your marinades, and there's no reason. It's just a matter of portion control, and it's a matter of eating cleaner stuff without all the ingredients. It's kind of shopping the outside perimeter of the supermarket. That's what we're trying to tell people. The better choices you make, the better you're going to feel, the better you're going to look. It's just, it's natural. That's what's going to happen. It's a guarantee.
So we only have a couple of minutes left. So I just want you to do a plug for feeling good.
Feeling good. Well, I feel great. I told Carolyn earlier I had a terrible health issue about 5 years ago. I had a minor stroke, heart surgery, horrible, lots of inflammation, migraine headaches. I had an awful time going into 2010, and here I was at the ripe old age of 43, feeling very sickly, couch potato, and I needed something to help me feel better. And the migraines on top of everything else was just killing me, and all I kept getting were more and more medicines. Max of Woodbridge opened up. I joined. Just like everyone else, I was petrified. I sat in the parking lot saying, wow, I'm petrified. This is so scary. And the first 3 weeks, I was on this wonderful nutrition plan, and I was exercising. I was sore as heck, but it was great. And I had not one migraine in those 3 weeks. Wow. And within those first 10 weeks, I had no soreness. I had no inflammation. I had no more high cholesterol. I dropped my meds. I forgot that part. My cholesterol was at 277. It went down to the 190s, and my good cholesterol was good enough to get me off the meds. I felt great. I had pep in my step. I was a different person. I dropped everything. I had to keep a baby aspirin, and other than that, I was starting to look great. I was getting more muscular. I can run circles around my adult boys.
All right.
And it wasn't long after that, my husband was on the journey with me, that we said, you know what, we need to pay this forward. And Woodbridge was the closest place that we said, let's do this.
And we're very glad you did.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And feeling good has brought this today, meeting Sharon, meeting you, and being able to spread the word.
Well, this is a perfect way to wrap this up. So we're glad you're in Woodbridge. Welcome to downtown.
Thank you.
And Sharon, keep serving that great food, not just to everybody in downtown and Town Hall, but to all over Woodbridge and the surrounding towns.
Thank you.
You've got great catering going on, too.
Thank you.
So thank you, everybody, for watching Greenable Woodbridge. Thank you for trying to be well and healthy with us, and especially thank you for being part of the excitement and part of the change. Thank you.